It is June 22nd, Monday. Now, typically, we're going to do the Big Brown Breakdown live on Mondays and Thursdays, and we do the live chat on Tuesdays and Fridays. And usually, Tuesday, Fridays, live chat's always at 11 a.m. Central Time. Mondays, Big Brown will typically be at 9 a.m. Central Time, so we do it super early for you guys. But Bryan Callen is missing a second week in a row finding kids, so that frees me up to come in a little later. That comes in a little later.
All right, Nick.
So that's what we're doing. Happy Father's Day, belated Father's Day for all you dads out there. Hopefully you had a good Father's Day. So I know I'm getting older. For Father's Day, I got, my wife got my grill cleaned. She cleaned my grill, had some professional clean the grill, and then I got wider-toed shoes. That's how you know you're getting older, man. That's how you know we're getting older. I don't know how I feel about them. Hopefully you guys can see them. They got a big heel on them. I just want wider-toed shoes. She said these got the highest ratings. They're Stoke shoes. They have like the Bruce Bolt on the side, so I thought they were Bruce Bolts, which I love because it's the Austin company. They're wide because I'm constantly on my feet. Like yesterday, I was on my feet from I get to the football field with Tiger at 7:30, and then I went straight from there to boss these two games. I got home at 5.
I noticed through a bunch of comments that not that many people knew Schaub got dropped by Podcast One. I didn't make a video about it at the time because, kind of going, crazy with, white redheaded chicks and big booty Dominicans. I was out of my mind back then, Robin. But yeah, he got dropped by Podcast One. And his deal is coming up, and that is the reason, by the way, he's quitting all of his podcast. So this says, Brendan Schaub's exclusive distribution and advertising deal with Podcast One, which covers his flagship shows like The Fighter and the Kid and The Golden Hour, is expected to conclude in August 2026. This stems from an exclusive 3-year partnership originally signed in August 2023 and later extended/renewed in early 2025 when Podcast One announced in January of this year their re-signings. Schaub wasn't part of that. Adam Carolla was, not Schaub. This explains why Schaub just recently completely quit the Golden Hour podcast and why he's been talking about quitting The Fighter and the Kid. He is going to quit both. See, what had happened here is Schaub signed that deal. Remember, Theo hated that deal, and this is a big part of the reason why Theo Von left. Jim Cornette sued that Colin Thompson guy, but Schaub and others like Carolla carried forward with Podcast One. It finally dawned on Podcast One that Schaub's career is completely over. But they initially just paid out Schaub because him and Theo were owed money, but Schaub just took a settlement thing. It was like $1.5 million in some stock in the new company that they had formed. It used to be called something else, then it became Podcast One, and the stock is worth nothing. But with that money, Schaub was supposed to pay everybody. And he just went and blew it all on nicotine pouches and crappy cars. But Schaub still had to pay everyone. Callen, $25,000 a month. God knows what he has to pay Dalia and Potato Head and all the staff and everything. However, now that that deal is over, well, gonna be over in August, in about a month, Schaub is going to quit those shows because Schaub, by himself, is not going to be able to afford to pay any of those people. He can't afford to pay them now. And that's with that deal. But like I said, he got that deal money and he immediately went out and bought fucking magical beans with it or something. I don't know what he did with that money, but it was blown on stupid shit. That's why Schaub complained about making payroll and paying bills and why he had to downgrade his entire lifestyle. So come August, he's getting rid of all that. He's already off at a golden hour. He already announced he's quit that. I mean, he's like, I'll still pop in from time to time. No, you're not, dude. And the Fighter and the Kid, that's going to be completely over. You really think he's going to pay Callen $25,000 a month when he's under no obligation to? Remember, he signed a Podcast One deal. Schaub has spent the last year during all of his Patreon Q&As talking about how he doesn't want to do that podcast anymore, that it's dead. The only reason why he's continuing to do it is because he's contractually obligated to do it. I've always maintained the fact the reason why he just didn't fire Callen like a year ago is because I don't think he can per his deal with Podcast One. Like, that probably will allow Schaub to do whatever he wants. However, if Schaub just fired Callen, I'm pretty sure someone at Podcast One would be like, did you just fire half of the show? You're not allowed to do that. Well, come August, Callen's done. You think Schaub's going to put up with this? And that was from yesterday's Big Brown Breakdown. His show where he's like, Callen missed another. They're not doing a Fighter and the Kid episode today. Callen missed another day. Callen's put in no effort. This whole time, Schaub has been testing Callen to see if he'd really put in the effort to keep the podcast going once this Podcast One deal is over. So the Fighter and the Kid's going to end too. But the Golden Hour, because I was wondering, why did he quit the Golden Hour? He quit it like 3 weeks ago. But why now? Then, oh yeah, that deal's up in August. Do you really think he's going to maintain whatever studio space they use? And like I said, he pays Callen $25,000 a month, right? God knows what he has to pay D'Elia. You would assume more. I don't know if D'Elia would know to ask for more. Probably, though. And none of these podcasts make any money. I think Schaub has figured out the only way I can make money is just do live streams. And he's still not really going to make money if he's going to keep renting out that storage unit. But he'll make a little bit, but none of which to maintain the lifestyle he's set up for himself. But this is the reason why he's quitting all the podcasts. And in August, all of it's done, and it's just going to be Schaub and Chin in that storage unit, not answering super chats and answering fake questions. But let me know your thoughts in the comments.